All right. I got up this morning to do with a plan to get some fencing done, and I've been talking about the fencing that my plans for what I want to fence in. Just a quick recap. I've got a section of property that I want to fence in for the goats. Part of it's fenced with 5 strands of barbed wire, one line of it, and anybody that's got goats knows that you can't. Goats don't respect barbed wire, and it doesn't respect them. So I've got to put something different up, and that costs a lot of money right now. So we're working on getting this area fenced in with the goats. I'm going to use part of it's going to use we're going to use electrical fencing. The section with barbed wire I'm going to roll over with a couple rolls of no climb twisted wire goat fencing that we've picked up as we can afford it. Eventually the whole thing will be fenced with that. And I've recently put in a bunch of wooden fence posts, particularly in the section near the barn, and planned for some gates. And so I've got those wood posts in. I need to now put some bracing in on the corners, on the ends, so that I can then stretch that field fence, goat fence, whatever you want to call it. And so got up this morning to go get the posts that I need for those braces, and some galvanized wire. And while I was at the store, I found the wire, and I found a couple little things that I needed. And I got to the counter, and I didn't see that they had any wooden fence posts. And I just need 5-inch round, just for these horizontal braces that go between these two posts. So I asked if they had them. She said, "Yeah, we got some. I think we got some. Let me look it up." She pulls out her book, and $22 for an 8-foot round post. And she laughed and said, "Wow, you could just be a heck of a lot cheaper if you went and cut your own cedar posts for that price." And I kind of chuckled and I said, "Yeah, I guess that's what I'll do." Having never considered that I've got a bunch of cedar trees on the property and can actually do that. So I got home and been sitting here thinking, where do I want to cut down? Because I hate to cut down any trees. I mean, we've got a lot of wooded. We've got a few acres of wooded property here, so I can afford to lose a few trees, but I hate to lose a few trees. But there are a few spots where I've got some oak and cedar growing up next to each other that I don't mind getting rid of that cedar and giving room for that oak tree to grow. At least that's my thinking. I don't know if that's even a thing, but in my mind, logically, I think if I get rid of the competition, the other tree is going to do better. So I've justified it in that respect. I only need to cut down, I think, 2 trees. The wonderful thing about cedars is they grow straight, fairly straight. And this would be really easy to cut a couple down, delimb them, and I'm ready to go. So now the next step, now that I've decided to do it, and I've decided on which ones I'm going to cut, I've got to sharpen the chainsaw. again. And so I guess I'll go do that. Not looking forward to it. I wish that I didn't have to take the time to sharpen the chain. It's not hard, it's not all that tedious, but it is a little tedious, boring. I just want to go. So, we'll get at it, get done. Really want to get these goats fenced in a large area so they can have plenty to forage. Oh, keys. And I don't have to worry about electric netting, you know, if there's a power outage or I don't know. Just a permanent solution so that there's less for us to worry about. We can focus on other things. So I installed this, I had this, it's a outdoor plug and it connects to your Wi-Fi and you can control it with your phone so that you don't have to manually switch it on and off. You can do it with your phone. Kind of cool thing that I used back home, but all this to say that you just saw me have to manually click it on because internet in this metal shell doesn't work. Signal's not strong enough. So something I gotta fix one of these days, but that's a low priority. All right, chainsaw. Sam and I were out the other day cutting up a few trees and limbs that the recent storm had blown down. Used up the last bit of sharpness that this chain's got for that. So all right, here's my first victim. So kind of crowded right here. It's definitely much thicker than I need at the base. It'll make a good fence post, but farther up I can steal the section that I need. And that's a pretty big, that's a thick oak tree. Anyway, then my next victim is probably going to be this guy. It's crowded in here with these oaks around it, so oak and whatever else that is, I don't know what that one is. So between the two of these, I think we're golden. So let's see which side I want to fall this on, because I don't want to hurt anything else. If I fall it this way, I've got all these little ones. It might hurt this little guy. If I fall it this way, I'll hit that guy. I kind of want to go right here. That's what I'm going to shoot for. So get some of these low branches out of my way so I can get back in there, and we'll get her done. Where I wanted it. I mean, I'm not a tree felling expert by any stretch of the imagination, and I don't think that I did that quite right, but we got it. Had to convince it wanted to fall, but we got it. I love the smell of cedar. Sad to see such a beautiful thing have to come down, but oh, that'll really give some light into this section. Oh. All right, we got it. Oh.
What you doing?
Working on the fence. I just finished this brace. Tying this wire across it. So what I do is I wrap a wire around diagonally, and then I put this board in between it, and I twist. And as I twist, it tightens up.
Oh.
Because putting twists in it makes it shorter. So you want it really tight. And the reason that you put this brace on here is when I put the fence on, I have to stretch it. So I'll be pulling it this way. And to make it stronger so it can handle the stretch, I have 2 posts connected by this. So if that guy moves, it pushes onto this top guy, and this top of this post has a wire connected to the bottom of that guy, so it can't move this way without trying to move its bottom at the same time, and it can't because it's in the ground. So it makes a strong
foundation
for the fence so I can pull all that fence really tight. And I think I'm done for the day.
Okay. There's flies everywhere out here.
Yeah, it's anytime the heats up, the flies come out. So I just have one more brace to put down there by the gate, and then I can stretch fence between here and the gate, and then I don't have all these dumb panels up here anymore, and I can use the panels for something else.
Like the corral for the horse?
Yeah, I want to make a round pen for Freya so I can work with her some more.
Look at Atlas.
You taking a dust bath?
It looks like it. What is he doing?
Probably taking a dust bath. It probably helps with the flies. I'm glad that we decided to start locking them out outside.
Me too. Now they can eat the green stuff instead of just being brats and staying inside all day.
Yeah, kind of forces them to get out here and eat the food out here, huh? You'd think that they'd want to lay down in the soft, cool grass, but they don't. They just come lay out here in the hot dirt. Maybe it's cooler. I don't know. I'm not a goat. The dog likes the cool grass.
Yeah, she does. That's because dogs actually know where the cool stuff is.
Yeah. But see, these braces that I'm using, these are from the trees I cut down.
And the trees that I got.
This is an old one that I have.
And this is where I got the sap on my hands.
Yes, and you tried to move these, you got the sap on your hands.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not as bad as... You got it off pretty easy, didn't you?
I had to use lemon oil.
I think it comes off easier than pine sap.
Pine sap is just a pain.
Yeah. Alright. Do you think you can walk over and open the gate for me?
Yeah.
Okay. Figure out how I'm gonna do this one. Where's my pencil? I'll notch these out so the post rests on it. So I'm gonna measure the fencing I'm putting up. It's 4 feet high. So I want the middle of my brace to be, this is just my preference, I know there's many ways to do it. So the middle of this brace that goes across is going to be at 4 feet. 4 feet from ground level. My pencil's lead is breaking. I hate that. Okay. And then one end of this is thicker than the other end. So that is 4 3/4 inch wide on that end, and 3 1/4 wide on that end. So 4 3/4 we're gonna have over here. So half of 4 is 2, half of 3/4 is something. Oh, now I need to measure the distance between each one. Put up against there. Got it? Thank you. 102 inches. I don't know if I have one long enough. I mean, I should. How can that be 102 inches? May not have to cut anything. It's like the perfect length. What holds the wire will slide through that and down through this. Just gotta twist this tight like that a few times, and then I messed up this one, so let me make it tighter to twist. And I know there's more elegant ways to do this, but I don't care. This is the way I'm gonna do this. Okay, now I just need something to put between them and twist them. 2x4, block of wood of some kind.
Is it hard to? No, it looks very easy.
It starts out easy, gets a little harder, but it's not bad. You're gonna want to go tighter, but just checking the posts. I think I tamped these posts in better than the other ones, and these ones aren't moving. That's good.
Looks very easy. Oh, it's starting to break the wood.
Break it?
That wood. The wood you're twisting.
It's starting to break it?
It sounded like it was cracking.
Oh, I don't think it is.
Okay.
There we go. That post is still straight up and down. How about this one? Ooh, beautiful. So, that one's done. Well, I'll come back later with some long nails and drive through the ends. Or in screws. I'll have to use screws on that one because the fence behind it. That went quicker and easier than I expected. That's good. Our last one is over here, but I gotta fix our water problem first.
That's a lot.
Muddy.
That's a lot of water. Look how much water that is, Dad.
Actually, I could work in here. I know. I just don't even know what to do. I have to consult a plumber. I think I want the gate hanging off of this post, so when you open it, it swings away from the barn, not toward the barn. I think. Maybe it doesn't matter. What do you think?
I don't
Doesn't
know.
matter to you, huh?
As long as it opens.
Let's ask the YouTube audience. Leave in the comments what you think we should do. Should I make this gate? This is the gate to the horse. Should I make it swing from the left side in toward the barn, or from the right side out away from the barn? Leave it in the comments below what your opinion is, and I've got time to make a decision, so we'll see what response we get. I think we're done for the day, Sam.
Okay.
So just put everything away and we'll go in and eat dinner.
Okay.